So we have another Is It AI or Not? And it comes from Kingdom Hearts, the collection that is going to be released on the Switch. It has a piece of promotional art that is really, really suspect. And I kind of want to talk about it and a little bit about what's going on with it online, because it's just kind of weird. I feel AI was used on it or in some part of the process, but we can't just be sure. So let's get into it. So it actually starts a little bit over here on Blue Sky. It says here by tracker_TD, that Switch collection pack thing sure has an interesting cover art, interesting choice to give Donald a mismatched number of fingers on each hand and the beak that absorbs itself, on top of it having 3 fingers here and 5 fingers here. And it's just a little, you know what, I know some people might not have noticed it, but there's something going on with these eyes. Like this, if he, like there would be a curvature right here to show that he's angry. So he kind of looks like he's a little, his eyes are lopsided. That's just my opinion. And it's kind of hard to see the detail in what's going on here. So as usual, we got to go in and look. So there is a lot of things. I don't know why this feels like, is it Nomura that drew this? It feels like it can't be. It just feels like it can't be. Like, maybe they did an AI upscaling. So if you guys don't know, what AI upscaling does is that you give it an image and then it makes a more high-res version of this. Usually, it doesn't really harm the image for most of the time. But sometimes when you do this, it causes a lot of trouble and it starts to distort it a little bit. So it's really like a 50-50, depending on the image, depending on how it looks, whether or not you're going to get an image that is just really high resolution, or you're going to get stuff that really comes across as really messy, really lazy. And I'm not sure if that is the case here, but I'm feeling like it could be a little bit of both, because I can kind of see like it. If you see here, like, let's like look at this right here, right? You can see that these don't look like AI zippers. Like, you guys know what AI zippers look like, right? They're literally just like the tiniest little squares and they're all going in little different directions and they all just go down. AI does not know how to do zippers. But these like zipper assets from him look pretty good. Like, you can even see up here, right? But when you look at more stuff, just more, I don't know, man. This doesn't feel like Nomura's art. There's something about the faces and the goofy, that's some trace shit. Because I want to look at Nomura's art real quick. Okay, let's look. Because I love his art style. It might be a little bit of like inspiration for me specifically. So with his art style, he has this, like, clearly he's using like a chalky brush, probably like more like a pencil chalky brush. And then inside, his eyes have always remained the same. There's the dark inside corner, and then there's the under part right here. You can just tell this is part of his style, right? Now, the thing doesn't come all the way down to his elbow, but that doesn't really matter. We're not overly judging Nomura's art. I'm just showing you some hallmarks, because this is supposed to be him from Kingdom Hearts 3, I believe. I also wanted to point out, this is like a banner of his, where it has this down here, the little eye shine, and then like a slight little black around the eyeball. So let's look back at the image. This is supposed to be the Kingdom Hearts 3 version. It is. I do not believe he drew this. I just don't. It's giving a different person made these. This might be official Kingdom Hearts, but they did not ask Nomura to do it. Nomura, I just don't know. This doesn't feel like his work. If it is his work, it's very lazy, because he's not even drawing his hallmarks now. He's not even doing what he normally does with every piece of art. Like, if you look here, you can see that he has a way. I don't remember when this was drawn, but this is probably not that long ago. He has a way of drawing hands. He has a way of drawing eyes. You could see that he has the light near the bottom, and then there's a darkness in the center, and the eye shine goes to the left, or whatever the character is looking at. And we can go and see his other work, and you can kind of see it here, even though this is pretty old, that he still has the light near the bottom, the dark in the center. So when we are looking at like this, I do not believe that he drew this. I don't know why. And if he did, it's a lazy draw. because this is lazy work. This is lazy work if it's his. It looks like it was cut from something else. And this hand, there's something that doesn't feel right about this hand. This is not... Nomura draws very specific types of hands, and this does not feel right. It just doesn't. I don't know why. And then we have this post here that shows the actual Keyblade versus what is in the artwork, which is it's missing its iconic stuff. I just don't believe they had any... If they had an artist, it was a person who's 100% unprofessional. And then this other person pointed out that this is just traced this. That's all it is. The more I see this, the more... I mean, like, this is a no for me. And here we have this too. So this is melting all into itself. Melting all into itself. But we have a guy here also saying that this is undeniably Nomura's artwork. I believe a full illustration was intended to be compiled like this. Hence, while Donald's forefinger hand is hidden behind Sora, AI was used to separate the cast for alternate box art. Same with the setting to give their 3D models a drawn look. We got this guy. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Nomura fan, but this guy is coping. Like, he saw this and he's like, I saw someone pointing out that Goofy looks identical to the stock image. How cute. Hearing Nomura's using reference photos warms my little artist heart. And someone says, so they can't even separate a few characters by hand anymore? Must have been too time consuming. I don't know. Nomura's a busy fella, so I doubt he has much time to work on art like he used to. Brother in art. Listen. That's a cope. If I've ever seen one in my fucking life. You're telling me that he drew all the characters and then he sent them the finished piece without the Photoshop file? No, that's fucking stupid. And then someone said here, then give this task to an intern. It says they did. It says what bothers me is that we definitely should hold accountable the use and using this evidence. Even artists do that. It's like, why is AI being used? It just doesn't help at all. Reinforcing that humans aren't allowed to make an error more than criticize the use of AI in effect. And this person and the other person, Deku, says entirely this hypercritical lens we artists now have to navigate within hopes are very human and very real human mistakes don't get misinterpreted as AI generated hiccups. Can you confirm that it's Nomura's work? People have been saying that with no proof. People have been saying it's the same style as the Halloween from last year. People have been saying. I guess we'll have to wait and see if it's AI. They really should have just asked or paid Nomura to separate them. How did you know this Nomura's work? They're saying that it's because it's similar to this. No, it's fucking not. No, it's fucking not. Crazy Town. You're Crazy Town if you think that's the same thing. Look at this one right here. You mean to tell me they couldn't ask Nomura for the work file, so instead they put his work into a slop generator? This capsule so easily could have just arranged the elements around for whatever. Somebody's about to get fired for this. I have thoughts about that. And other people are looking at this too, right? So what if some of this stuff is pasted from other works? Because look, like, just hear me out. Doesn't this look like it's taken from somewhere else and painted over right here? Doesn't that look like that? Look at this. Look. Why? This is what I think. This is definitely an AI image, and this is painted over. And some of the assets from the original stuff is put in here from like Nomura's art is put in here because it couldn't get details right. Whoever did this, like, it's just Nomura. He didn't even look at this mistake here. This is official Kingdom Hearts like artwork. Doesn't this just look like somebody else painted over this? Like what is, you can even see like it's not sharp in detail or anything. There's definitely something is definitely wrong here. And I know people are going to be like, but Nimbus, what if he did draw it? Okay, then he's fucking lazy. And he's assetting his own shit, okay? He's plagiarizing himself, if that's the case. I don't believe he drew this. I see these eyes, and I know this can't be him. It can't be him. It has to be an intern. And the intern used AI, and because I just don't believe it. Because this is another thing. Okay, I'm going to go on a tangent for a second. A lot of AI images, when people are making them, they know that the guys that do it and whoever does it, they want to make it interesting and they want to make it dynamic. So they use dynamic posing, and you can totally use dynamic posing in AI. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it definitely has a name. And you can basically set up how you want the pose to be. You can set up the legs and everything in the body and then generate the asset over this, because this doesn't look like something. It clearly is painted over and came from somewhere else. I just don't fully believe that he drew these things. It's too sloppy. It's just sloppy. And on top of that, there's an article from 2 years ago saying Square Enix will be aggressive with using AI for development. Do you see what I mean? Like, this isn't that long ago. Just 2 days into 2024, a major game company is already talking about its big AI plans, and they've already been accused of using AI in the past. We also intend to be aggressive in applying AI and other cutting-edge technologies to both our content development and our publishing functions. So, there's another thing here where they say they're going to integrate Gemini into Dragon Quest. Even though it's just going to be a little talking thing or whatever, they're still integrating AI directly into a game. I'm sure you guys remember that Foam Stars, that was AI slop as well. That's probably why nobody purchased it, because it was, I mean, they even confirmed themselves. Square Enix confirms Foam Stars uses AI generated assets. Publisher confirms that Midjourney was used to create in-game album art. 100%. Now I'm going to talk about what I think actually happened, okay? I believe that they gave it to an intern. They're known to already use Midjourney and AI stuff. So they used probably Comfy UI at some point. That's what I believe. I believe they used Comfy UI. They had, what is that called? ControlNet. I'm sorry. It's called ControlNet. They had ControlNet and they use ControlNet. You know, I feel like I should show you guys what ControlNet looks like so you guys can kind of understand. If you guys have never seen it before, never used it before, and you guys don't know, there's like I could just show you a picture. Okay, so here's the picture. As you can see, this is the head up here. This is the neck, shoulders, arms, and then the body, and then it fills in everything else. So you could see where I feel this was used, and it could do dynamic pictures as well. So anyway, I believe that they put it in AI first. They have a model trained of Nomura's work. They probably didn't feel like asking him for it, because I believe that I know Nomura's working on a lot of stuff, okay? He is. And if he's working on a lot of stuff, he probably doesn't have a lot of time to do art for other people, but he's getting paid by Square. I 100% believe that he does have time to do art, because not even a few months ago, he did a nice little fancy art for the 24th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts. I'm sure that everyone has already seen this, but I'm just going to show real quick this piece of art right here. I could just tell this is very fast. He clearly did it on pencil, because that's how Nomura works. Nomura works on pencil. So, and then he takes it over to some kind of image editing software, probably Photoshop or whatever, and then finishes it. And that's not to say that Tetsuya Nomura doesn't have a few little differences in his artwork. He does, and it depends on what he's doing. His Final Fantasy stuff tends to be, when it's a full complete piece, it tends to be much more polished than when he's doing something for concept art. But I don't believe, you can't make me believe that they didn't even try asking him. I don't believe they asked him at all. I just don't believe they asked him. There's no fucking way. There's too many details that are wrong with it. It has straight up plagiarism, which is like basically tracing official stuff. It has really weird like composition. It has a composition that is, let me show you. Okay, I just wanted to bring this in here real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about. So Nomura knows what he's doing. He knows how to make compilation images. Look at this real quick. Look, he knows how to do compositions. Yes, he does. This is Kingdom Hearts 2. This is like a diamond. He knows what he's doing. Okay? He knows what he's doing. So here we have a lot of stuff that I just don't know. Like this, I saw in another video. Oh, I can't do it that way. Oh my God. Excuse me. Okay. Someone pointed out that this here, this goofy and this hand here, that these two hands are the same. I can see that, but I don't think that. I think that what happened is when they tried to generate his artwork, what they probably did is they used the regular Goofy in Stable Diffusion or Comfy UI, the image that was traced, and then they put the clothes over it, possibly for this one. I don't know. I'm feeling AI is used as a base. It's too goofy. It's too wrong. Oh, why are all these characters scattered around? Like, I'm gonna do a little bit. Okay, he likes to do diamonds and triangles. Here's one half. Oh, what the fuck is that? A D? Kingdom Hearts dumbass? Get out of here. And all these characters, they're fighting for like competition. This dude and this person and their fucking cloud brushes needs to be banned. Okay, they need to be banned. They clearly took assets and they tried to upscale them, or they put them through AI and hoping that no one would notice. Because I'm sorry, am I the only one who fucking thinks these look alike? These are just copies. They're too close to one another. Am I the only one? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, because no one has mentioned that this looks like the head's weird, the neck's weird. It's just fucking weird. It's just weird. It doesn't feel uniform to me, you know? It just doesn't. Like, what are these shoes? Because when you like back out a little bit, right? And you back out like this. We're gonna back out. We're gonna black out. We're gonna back out. I'm gonna blur it a little bit, okay? Just hear me out. We're gonna blur it. This is a hot fucking mess. It's a hot mess. It's not proportional, right? Here's Sora's head, and right, that's what they were trying to do. But Sora's body is like, I see what they were trying to go for, but he's not a Sonic character. You know, he's not a Sonic character. And we don't even need to talk about fucking Donald having 5 fingers on one hand and 4 on the other. That's some AI generated shit, okay? No artist would do this. No artist. This is cut. You can see this is cut from something else. Look, it has this artifacting. Hold on. I know you guys can hear my keyboard. My cat destroyed it. Okay. Just for today. Look, what is this shit? And on top of this hand shit, you can see this over the whole thing. This sloppy mess. Like, this person doesn't know that you can just drop shadow and put a glow on it, or an outer glow. This is not an outer glow. This is someone that took the white airbrush and then went over everything meticulously. But why only Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora? Right? I wonder if we can see where there's and this one is bad too. This one's bad too. I mean, they're all bad, but I'm just having a hard time believing that Nomura drew this. There's just, I don't know. They're not, I feel like also it's not committing to the style. Like, look at this right here. This keyblade is different than this keyblade. Can you see the other keyblade, or is the other keyblade hidden? Why would the other keyblade be hidden? You would see it maybe a little bit, or maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. If it was me, I would, I feel like you would see it right here. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna sound a little bit mean. I think this person is good at drawing backgrounds. They don't know how to draw characters. So they put it in AI. They use ControlNet. They took they took whatever was the output, and they're like, close enough. And because it's AI, they had to literally cut it out. They probably, because you can even see like the magic wand shit, right? This came from something else. All of these images came from something else and were pasted fucking in. Because even if you use the remove tool, you know what? Hold on. Let's try it, right? All right. So I found this at random, and we're gonna remove the background. All right. So if it came from something else, right? I'm gonna merge this down, okay? And we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna take this. I'm gonna paste it back. I'm gonna paste it in. Control B. All right. We're gonna pretend like she belongs, all right? I'll put her down here, and then we're gonna look at the lines, okay? Now, this is somebody who drew this, right? I don't know who it is. I found it at random on Pinterest. If you know the artist, feel free to tag them below. But look at this, right? So if it's not an AI image, this person painstakingly cut around it. So let's look, okay? Let's look. Look at that. Look at that. Even remove background is better than what they did. Remove background is better than what they did. This came from, I don't know, man. Do I believe that Nomura drew this? I don't. There's just too many issues. Too many issues. Like, oops. I believe that he wouldn't have made Donald look this stupid. He would have fixed that. There's something, I don't know, man. The only thing I'm trying to find a way to navigate around this problem here, because I know Nomura does most of his artwork on paper and then he puts it digital, but I've seen his digital work and it doesn't have this. Could there be a way where, I don't know. Could there be a way where he drew a physical picture, he gave it to them, and then they went and they put it into Stable Diffusion or whatever? No, the thing with the goofy thing says no, because you can find the goofy jumping thing on the internet. Like, look at that. And that hand is just slightly ajar. That's what they did. I don't believe Nomura did this. This is not something, I just know it. Nomura would never trace. He would never trace. I just don't believe it. I just can't. I can't believe that he would trace something so boldly, because he does physical work. He's not tracing. I believe an intern might have done this. An intern with AI. That's what I'm going to say. An intern with AI. Now, you're free to disagree with me in the comments. I've given you guys all of the stuff. But I also feel like maybe we should look at what other people are saying, because I mean, isn't that the whole of the issue in the first place? What people are saying about it being fucking AI shit? Like, I just found this image here and it was like, zipper appears to melt consistently, 5 fingers, 4 fingers. There's also problems with the wand where it's not, it's rendered weirdly. And then there's just some issues with the chains going together. This clock is from older artwork. Clock tower appears to be AI enhanced, probably upscaled to enter it in the final work. This chain goes into a different chain. Like, the person is missing these details on the bottom of the shoe, but I don't know. It could be that this person doesn't know the character, but I feel like that's not it. This is a professional piece of work. Also, I did want to point out that Mickey's shoes are wrong too. So when you look at this one, this is the box art. Look at this. It's white on the back. No, it's not. It's not white on the back. Someone said that they use them to separate the assets. But who made them in the first place? Like, who did it? Who did it? This is a sloppy coloring job. You can see right here. It's just nah, bro. Nah. I don't believe. This feels too lazy. It's just too fucking lazy for me. Anyway, before you guys head out, it'd be super cool if you guys could subscribe to my channel or go over to my Patreon to see my full res art, and sometimes I write in my story and whatever. But on top of that, I am super disappointed. TLDR, I think it was an intern. They used AI. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that there was, that Nomura did it. I just can't. It's just not realistic to me. He is an amazing artist who uses paper and then goes to digital, and he has never had that sloppy of a job. It's 100% an intern that they ask. That's what I believe. Because before that, I think he used Copic markers, possibly. Not 100% sure, but I believe he used either watercolors or Copic markers until he moved over to using digital. His digital art is great. It's great. So anyway, I wanted to thank you guys for coming and hanging out today. I know this is a super new video, super hot topic, so feel free to give me whatever you have to say. I'm a huge Tetsuya Nomura fan, so if anyone was gonna be like, I'm gonna suss it out, it's probably gonna be me. And I guess that's it. See you guys later. Bye.